This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines. With reports that something was amiss minutes before a man opened fire on Saturday from a rooftop at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania, officials are demanding to know how such a thing could happen. The former president says that a bullet pierced his upper ear while a rally-goer was killed and 2 others wounded. 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, who authorities say carried out the attack, is believed to have acted alone with his father's gun. Investigators are trying to figure out how an armed man with no military background managed to reach high ground with a clear line of sight to Trump. The Republican National Convention heads into its second day today, now with Trump officially as its presidential nominee and U.S. Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio as his running mate. The former president is expected to give his nomination acceptance speech on Thursday, while Vance is expected to take the stage tomorrow night. Tampa celebrated its 137th birthday yesterday as part of the Archives Awareness Week. WMNF's Tyler Aldano reports how one city council member looks back at the city's history and forward to its future.
Council member Charlie Miranda says the city's history lives within him. He's served on the council for 30 years. Miranda says in that time, he's seen a lot of changes in the Tampa Bay area.
There was no anywhere south, east of this where we're at today at the City Hall. It was just a ship where bananas would come in with the ships and very small items were brought in. We called it La Draga, which means we don't want to go there.
Tampa has since evolved into one of the top destinations to live in the U.S. Miranda says even though the birthday celebration was to examine the city's past, his eyes are set on the future.
We have to get things under control so we can have affordable housing and things of that nature. You cannot have a city where people can't buy a house.
Affordable housing is an issue close to Miranda, who grew up under the Housing Authority, but he says that tackling something like this can be challenging.
It's not easy. You have affordable housing on one hand, and you have people who can't make the rent payment because rent went from $1,000 to $1,400, $1,800. They can't do that. The salary doesn't compensate for that.
And affordable housing continues to be an issue for many people around the Bay. A University of Florida study earlier this year says that housing and transportation expenses make up 57 cents of every dollar spent. Tyler Aldano, WMNF News, Tampa.
An election denier has qualified to run in this November's election in Pinellas County. The Tampa Bay Times reports Pinellas Supervisor of Elections, Julie Marcus, a Republican, was accused in 2022 on a blog that she erased votes and attempted to hide evidence to throw the 2020 presidential election, even though Trump won Florida. Marcus called the claims categorically false. But now her challenger is Clearwater resident Chris Gleason, who made the claims against Marcus to his online followers and at political clubs. After 2 years of attacking voting machines and how the county handles ballots, Gleason, also a Republican, qualified to challenge the 22-year elections professional. The Times says Gleason is one of at least 9 other candidates statewide running to control election offices while casting doubt on election integrity. Nonprofits, the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay and Success for Kids and Families announced yesterday they are merging. Crisis Center of Tampa Bay President and CEO Clara Reynolds says together the organizations will offer more children help.
We're seeing a lot of youth that are really struggling with suicidal thoughts and suicidal behaviors. We certainly see on the substance use side, children who are utilizing substances.
In a study from the Florida Department of Children and Families last year, over 8% of high school students said they smoked marijuana, and nearly 4% said they drank alcohol before or during school. The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay offers trauma counseling and is Hillsborough's certified rape crisis center, and Success for Kids and Families provides family-focused behavioral health, including therapeutic sessions and services for children and teens. The transition is set to happen next year. I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.